This is a hidden biological phenomenon where two humans live in one body, a DNA that refuses to follow basic scientific principles. Scientists call this condition chimerism. Chimerism is a rare biological condition in which a single individual carries two or more genetically distinct sets of DNA, all originating from different fertilized eggs. DNA, or deoxyribonucleic acid, is the fundamental molecule of life. It carries the instructions that tell cells how to build, maintain, and repair an organism. Structurally, DNA is shaped like a twisted ladder called a double helix, made of 4 chemical bases: adenine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine. The specific order of these bases forms a biological code, much like letters in a sentence, that determines everything from eye color and blood type to how cells function and respond to their environment. In other words, chimerism is simply about multiple genetic lineages coexisting in one body. Unlike normal genetic variation, where every cell shares the same DNA, chimerism breaks that rule, creating a living mosaic at the deepest biological level. There are several types of chimerism. Next is an in-depth exploration of some major types of chimerism, organized by how and when they arise. Tetragrammatic chimerism is the classic and most well-known form of chimerism. It occurs when two separately fertilized eggs, each with its own sperm, fuse very early in embryonic development. Instead of developing into twins, the two embryos merge and grow as a single individual. The result is a person whose body contains two distinct DNA profiles. Different organs and even different parts of the body may be dominated by different genetic lineages. In some cases, blood cells carry one genome, while skin, hair, or reproductive cells carry another. This type of chimerism has famously led to cases where individuals failed DNA tests for maternity or paternity, despite being the biological parent. Tetragrammatic chimerism can sometimes be hinted at by patchy skin pigmentation, ambiguous or missed sexual features, or blood types that do not match expected inheritance patterns. Another type of chimerism is microchimerism. This is the most common form, and almost all humans experience it to some degree. It occurs when a small number of cells pass between individuals, most often during pregnancy. Fetal cells can cross the placenta and persist in the mother's body for decades, embedding themselves in organs such as the brain, heart, liver, and skin. Conversely, maternal cells can also remain in the child long after birth. These foreign cells are usually few in number, but they are genetically distinct and biologically active. This type of chimerism blurs the boundary between individuals, turning pregnancy into a permanent biological exchange rather than a temporary connection. Blood chimerism involves the presence of two genetically distinct blood cell populations in one individual. It most commonly occurs in fraternal twins who share blood circulation in the womb. Stem cells from one twin migrate into the other, resulting in lifelong mixed blood DNA. In many cases, both twins become blood chimeras without ever knowing it. Blood chimerism can also occur after bone marrow or stem cell transplants, where the recipient's blood-forming cells are replaced by those of a donor. While medically induced, this is considered as true biological chimerism. The person's blood DNA no longer matches the DNA in their other tissues. This form is especially important in forensic science and medical testing, as blood DNA may not represent the individual's full genetic identity. In folklore, chimerism refers to beings formed by the fusion of different animals, or animals and humans, symbolizing chaos, power, or the breaking of natural order. Creatures like the chimera of Greek mythology, with a lion's body, goat's head, and a serpent's tail, blend multiple identities into a single form to represent divine authority, fear, or mystery. Across cultures, such hybrids were not seen as biological possibilities, but as symbolic entities used to explore themes of transformation, duality, and the boundaries between nature, gods, and humanity.